Good morning. This is Dylan with Lone Star Land Improvements. So I've never actually really dabbled into YouTube videos. I've kind of made, some GoPro videos here and there to post on my Facebook page, but I've never actually posted anything on YouTube or kind of showing what we do. So I'm going to attempt to show everything we can with this new, with this driveway we're doing. So let's go. Okay, so basically we've got a pond on the neighbor's property. It is dry right now. Well, semi-dry. But she said it overflows. And when it overflows, it comes across here and then drains to the pond over there. Or lake, whatever you want to call that. The issue is it causes this to be wet. And in the wintertime, even though we don't get any snow, it just doesn't dry here in the wintertime. So this is an easement. She actually doesn't own in front of it. She just has an easement. So this part we can put a driveway in for her. So we're gonna tie into here and go this way. So we're gonna put a 20-foot culvert here, and we're gonna build it up a lot. I want to bring in a few loads of dirt, 5 or 6 loads of dirt to build this up. So basically we're gonna clean these ditches out, maybe dig the ditch a little bit further over there, maybe, and then put a culvert, and it's going to just channel all the water that flows from the pond into this ditch, and then it'll just shuttle down the... Sorry, this is a dog rescue place. But anyway, so there's culverts going here, and then it'll just drain out going over there. So we're going to build the driveway here, and then the customer also wants, and her property line starts right here at the stake. And the stake that used to be there, that's a T-post. Basically the driveway is going to come in. She doesn't want to use this driveway anymore. She wants it to turn right here. So basically we're going to make a turn, a curve, and we're going to put another 20-foot culvert in right here. And then from there it's going to go down that way, and then it's going to make a loop around that tree, and that tree. It's hard to tell. Make a loop around it and then back to itself, and that way she can make a loop and just come right back out. So right now I got my guy pulling stumps. There's some stumps in the way they tried to burn right after they cut them, and so don't worry about that, we'll pull them. So while he's doing that, I'm about to go pick up the culverts. Culvert time. So we are going to be putting in this culvert, and the way it lands, and there's just a natural ditch right here. Go ahead. There's a natural ditch that comes through here, and so this ground's way higher than that. So basically we're going to build up the dirt from here. It's going to go over the culvert. This is where our little driveway is going to go in. Not gonna be much of one, and she's just gonna park the camper over there. So that's why she wanted a culvert here. So here's a post and here's a post. The reason why we're not gonna center up is because nothing will ever be used over here. So the culvert can be offset. That way when they leave with the camper, For one, their posts are probably a little too close. They should have probably put them further back, but they'll cross that road when they get to us. The camper will be back there. When they pull out, they'll pull forward and then make the turn. So you've got to think about where the tires are going to go on for the camper. So if I make it to where it's flush, not flush, but you know, centered with the post where the gate's going to go, they might have a little bit of an issue, especially since they have limited room to swing out. So you shift this one forward and the dirt will be this way. That way they can actually go in and out without dropping tires off into the ditch or whatever. So this is stuff you got to think about whenever you're doing it. So you can tell it's not near as far. We got about a foot and a half there, and we've got quite a few feet over here. So, but nothing will ever be used over here. So that's why we're doing it that way. day 2 of this project. It's already 9:30, so we've been out here for 3.5 hours. We got here on site 6 o'clock this morning. Well, my helper got here at 6 o'clock. I got here at 6:30, and it's an hour drive. So we've been up since pretty early this morning. Anyway, so this morning we went ahead and got the new culvert put in for the main driveway. So basically the reason why we put this culvert in is because this pond has a drain right here. So when it overflows, it flows into here, and this is a really, really low area. And so I knew we were going to put a driveway here, and I didn't want this to happen again. So that's why we put in a culvert here. We cleaned up the ditch a ways, and it actually slopes this way and slopes this way. So all the water should run to here from there. You can't see the pipe hardly, but it runs there, and it'll run through this pipe and then out down to the lake or whatever, the pond. So we built it up here. I wanted to make sure we got it built up because I didn't want to risk anything hopping across and washing out any driveway. So it's built up. It's built up a little bit over here, and then we're going to build it up with the rock. We had the first load of rock delivered this morning, and he's working on building up the other little low areas from some stumps we pulled yesterday. So he's building up those areas again and kind of just sprinkling all the dirt into the lower spots and building up. And we're about to start spreading this rock. We've got 3 or 4 more loads of it going to be delivered today, so it's going to turn out pretty good. All right, day 3. It should have not taken 3 days. So yesterday we had 2 loads of rock delivered first thing in the morning, and it's a 3-hour round trip to the quarry. So that's why I'm not hauling my own rock. Having 4 belly dump loads, and had the first 2 loads delivered yesterday at 8:30 in the morning, and then had 2 more delivered, but it wasn't until 3:30 before they got back yesterday. So we're having 4 loads of base, and yesterday morning they delivered 1 load of 2x4, which went on the end of the driveway where there's slopes way down. So we wanted to build that up with some bigger rocks that don't wash out. The base will wash out, it's got a lot of fines in it. So put that more on a flat area, which is where the main driveway is going. Anyways, the 2x4 got here yesterday morning. They dropped that. They dropped the first load of base. They turned around, went to go back and get some more. I was thinking they'll be back by noon, maybe 12:30 at the latest. Sat around and waited. I said, man, where in the heck are they? Went to lunch, came back, and they didn't show back up till 3:30. So they delivered 2 more belly dump loads. We're spreading that now because we called it a day after they left. And then we got 1 more we're waiting on this morning, so we're getting it spread, and we'll get it done. So it's going to take 2.5 days, I guess you call it. So yep, but it'll be finished. It'll look good, and can't wait to see the finished product. driveway has turned out to be super, super nice. So he's coming in right now with more rock. Got me dumped it. So it's all that over there is super nice. It's thick. And we're starting to thicken up this area right here. This area needs to be thickened up a little bit more, but the rest of this whole loop is thick. And this driveway is, I mean, super thick. So I calculated more rock than I actually needed, apparently, and that's a good thing. It's always good to have more rock than you need than less than you need. So this is going to be awesome. Done and thick, thick, thick. Got the culvert installed. Clean this out, and the water overflows into this ditch, and it'll go out the culvert into the pond. We also added another culvert here because the water runs this way. So I added a culvert. Did we a driveway across the street. There's them daggum dogs again. It looks pretty dadgum good. It's thick, clean lines, very clean lines. Very, very happy with how Hayden did. And it's, my God, it's thick. It's a foot thick right here. It makes a loop.